Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games and a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you'd like to see, remember to hit that like button. If you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. This is Pro Cycling Manager 2018, Career Mode, Episode 36. We are heading to the Trofeo Palma, so Palma for this race. Clearly a sprint race, besides one climb about 3/4 of the way through. 167 kilometers, and this one is a sponsor objective. Should be one of the easier ones for us to secure, but that doesn't mean it'll actually turn out to be easy. We'll see. But sponsor objective is top 5. I'll certainly be trying to go for the win. I'm going to skip towards the end of this one, so I'll see you there in a moment. 22 kilometers remaining. And there's actually an attack. Lammertink, Bauer, Van Emden, Altuna Mestu, and Pierre Roland trying to break away now as we are just about to catch the breakaway group. We're going to loop through the town here for the last little bit. It undulates some. I was actually just about to form up, and I think I definitely need to before those 5 riders take off and go win this thing. Now I have an embarrassment of riches, at least compared to what we're used to with this team, of choices for the sprint here. Marini, normally our top guy, does have some issues with an illness. But race day condition is nice and cleanly balanced across the board at zeros. Bax, pretty dang good choice himself, and all those pluses might be enough, but his sprint is only a 74, so I think Bax needs to lead out Marini. And then our next choice is Gouillard, who is getting so close. If we can get that acceleration and resistance a little higher for Gouillard, he can become world class. Let's see. Bowl. Then Ginnikin. It'll be Wachtendorf. And we're going to take a quick look at Wachtendorf, who appears to have leveled up. So he is 70s now in the sprint. Good for him. And Van Hemelen is going to get to work. Reeling those guys back in who already have a 20-second advantage. Others have stepped up now, so that advantage is not growing. Even at a 94, Van Hemelen not really closing down the front. And I suppose that's okay. It's still doing some damage to him, though.
There's a rider trying to break away from the bunch.
A top 5 is actually really going to be a challenge here in this race, primarily because there are a bunch of World Tour teams. Now, they don't have their best riders at this event, but that does not mean much of anything. There's still quality in depth that our team can't quite live up to. So there's at least a half dozen World Tour teams, and that makes me a bit nervous. Van Hemelen, where are you? Van Hemelen, can you get on the back? Might give you a second turn here. And Wachtendorf, we're going to try to do the same thing. Grab onto the back of Van Hemelen. He's just about there now. Enough to put us out front, but we're not doing any damage to the field. But I don't really have the time for that. Now, what I think I want to do is we're going to let Marini drop. And then we'll let... Come on, Wachtendorf, get up there.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
going to let Bax drop now, too. And Gouillard. I'm going to send them both back. I'm going to keep Bull right there, though, because it's almost Bull's turn. Get Bull ready. Okay, now, how are they looking? There's Van Hemlen. Wachtendorf, not in place. So, get you out of there. And then Gouillard, you're going to follow Van Hemlen. So, Wachtendorf, for whatever reason, not in position. Alright. 97 now. Bull, you're up. "56 riders now. That damage is being done 6 kilometers, so we're going to go 99s here.
And off he goes.
Van Hemlen. Oh, 99. Come on.
The riders are entering the last 5 kilometers of the stage.
Counterattack by Pierre Roland.
Marini, why are you back here? You need to get up there, buddy. At this point, I might go with Bax. Need to keep an eye on that. Gouillard, gel in just a moment. There we go. Okay, now Marini's back in place. How is he? He's fresh enough. He's good. 3.6. 3.2. Here we go. Gouillard.
None of the favorites is giving an inch.
Give us your best today, buddy. 3K, so we'll use both of those gels. Final 3 guys, and we've got some other teams to compete with here. Caja is definitely set up for their sprint. 2.3. Bax is going to take over here in a moment.
And there goes the mad burst for the final sprint.
And around this bend, Marini. Go, Marini. Over the top. He's got it. He's out of energy. No. Stay. Top five. Got it. Oh, he came up 50 meters short on the energy. He went from win to almost failing. Almost failing that target. We got it, though. Top 5. Just squeaking in there for that one. Gouillard takes 11th. Bax takes 8th. Van Hemlen takes 14th. We were all over it. Dang you, Marini, though. Dang you for not having enough energy to go 50 more meters.
And here are the key moments of the race.
We lost, what, 2-3 bike lengths in 50 meters? Whew. Past the objective. Only just. There we go. Big jump. I was just on the edge. Yellow and green. Now we're almost to the edge of blue. Pause. Thank you. Alright, we have. Yeah, for Vecchi not his best. Marini, what's yours? Just kind of diminished. No wonder he has no energy, huh? Okay, teams for the Tour de France. Not us. This was the only one I didn't apply for. But it's Delco Marseille, Final Concept, Fortuneo Samsic, and Cofidis. Vervecki. Boy, same thing, huh? New national team. This year's destiny. USA or Belgium will be in your hands. Good luck. Well, stick with the USA, but I'm not even really participating in either. We have wild card. Milano Sanremo. I could have sworn I applied for this one. Why is my name not there? Well, fine. Be that way. Actually thought I put in for that, but apparently not that one. Katusha prolonging its partnership, so Katusha Alpecin. Stick around as is. Next up is National Championships, the time trial and road race for Colombia. Osorio is the only one participating in those. I'll go ahead and do those ones off camera, and then we will resume with the Dubai Tour, which is our next sponsor objective. And I want to say it's going to be sprint jersey for that one. First, got to win that jersey. Before we begin the Dubai Tour, the 5 stages there, the monthly turnover, just about a week ago now, Nicholas Marini, at least on the first, number 1 in the Continental rankings. And as a team, number 1 in the Continental rankings. So we have been off to a very good start to begin the season. We'll see if that can carry over long term. Now, just an update on the challenges that we face and why finishing in first place could be a real challenge. So, the Ronde van Vlaanderen, we could see that 7 invitations were allocated. None to my team. We have no profile. We're not going to get invited to many of these, if any. Paris-Roubaix, 11 teams putting in request. Probably not going to get it, but 7 teams will. We could. Maybe 7 out of 11. That's good odds, right? Here's another. 11 teams. 7 getting a wild card. Gotta have a chance, right? But then here's Milano Sanremo. 7 teams get an invitation. Not us. Not us. Here's the sponsor objective before we get started. First in points standings of the Dubai Tour, you can see that 4 out of 5 stages are sprint stages. That's going to give me a real shot. And it's not the highest classification, and it's of high importance, which would boost us up quite a bit. We'll see what we can do. Got Conchi, Bax, Boll, Van Hemelen, Marini, Wachtendorf, and Gouillard for this one. So not all sprinters, but definitely a good sprint team. Opening stage, 145 kilometers and very flat. I saw only one negative on the race day condition. We've got BMC, Lotto Soudal, Quickstep, Bahrain, Merida, Lotto NL Jumbo, UAE, Emirates, Mitchelton Scott, Katusha Alpecin. Oh boy. First in the point standings with that competition. I don't know what sprinters they've brought, but yikes. Let's try to get a glance at the top 10 favorites, because that'll be a factor. Who am I racing against? Team-wise, we are outmatched. We are going to drown in World Tour riders here in a moment. I'm waiting for the screen to flip, and it's not changing. There it goes. Okay, Gouillard and Marini. Gouillard and Marini. Okay, so we are up there. We are up there. We could do this, maybe. I'm going to have one sprinter consistently throughout, and
Ladies
that's
and gentlemen,
Ben
hello
Marini.
and welcome. The
So
profile
Marini's
of
our
this
guy.
race is quite flat.
We need
Expect a
Gouillard to
fast
lead him
pace in
out.
the peloton.
Gouillard's got that crazy pace, but he doesn't have the stamina. Last time, Marini didn't make it to the end. Oops. Gouillard, 0 for his race day condition. Ooh, wow, look at all those negatives. Why so negative? You guys aren't excited to race here in Dubai? Alright, so Gouillard, Marini, those are definitely going to be the protected guys. And backs.
There's a breakaway! The breakaway has now got over a minute on the pack. Look, the pack has taken its foot off the gas. The team leaders can't be too worried about the breakaway.
Alright, so sprint points are going to matter, but of course most of that really does come down to the finish. I don't think I need to contest anything early on. Not at this point. So we'll move on towards the end of the stage. Rain begins to fall with 32 kilometers left in this. Sudden downpour, and it's coming down pretty hard. This could change the race a little bit. We are 15 kilometers away from a sprint, and we've already caught the breakaway, which means I actually might go for this sprint. At least I want those points. I might have a few guys kind of go forward, or at least just get the team pushing a little bit early so we can steal a few points there. 12K to go on that, so I've got some time. 29K to go on the stage. So we're going to go a little bit funky. And there's the crash right there. That's my team. And somebody's not going any further. Conchi, Gouillard, somebody could be out of this race. Bax is in it.
A ball has just happened in the peloton. Several riders are on the ground.
Who's getting up? Who's getting up? All three. All three got up. Okay. Well, that's good. I'm going to let them sit back. If they catch up, they catch up. If not, they don't. There's 80 riders here in the break. It's now down to 8 kilometers till the sprint point. And these guys are coming back on right now. Ooh, Peter Sagan's brother is out of this race. We're back up to 121 riders. And I've got my team back up to the front. 6K to go. I think it's time that I do something here and get them moving, even though we're 23 kilometers out. So this is not going to be my normal sprint because I want to get one person leading out, maybe my top two, which is going to be Gouillard and Marini. So maybe Wachtendorf doing that? And then I'm going to get everybody else in line. We'll have Bax following Bull. So that they are prepared, but they're not going to participate in this part. So we're going to get a 92 from Wachtendorf. We'll see if that's enough. I'm not even going to use gel for any of these guys. But I'm going to use Wachtendorf to full-on sprint and then back off at the last moment, let Gouillard and Marini get the points, depending on whether there's actually competition for this or not. We're already down to 3 kilometers on it.
There's nobody out in front, so with less than 20 kilometers to go,
Okay, we're going to step up the speed a bit. Yeah, here comes some competition. Here comes some competition. 1K to go. So Wachtendorf is attacking. And then we're going to get these guys to sprint over the top, and Marini's just going to follow.
Has definitely accelerated, meaning that an attack
Ah,
is
we didn't even
highly
get any
unlikely.
points, did we? No, nothing. Ouch. Who did? Weemaze, Zobble. I'm not too worried about those guys. Okay, we're going to relax Marini, go back to following Gouillard. Wachtendorf, settle down, settle down.
A rider is taking his
All right.
chance alone.
Now, Wachtendorf, I want you to fit in behind Conchi in front of Bull, and then Gouillard, you're going to fit in behind Bax, and then Van Hemelen, 16K to go. We're going to go at 94, and use that gel, and bring it on home. These guys hopefully will fit in. There we go.
The finish line is getting close. The riders have just passed the 15 kilometers road sign.
Conchi a little bit out of place here. Come on, come on. There we go. Alright, normal sprint train, looking good. 13K. I don't need to push too hard too early, so 94 is fine. We're up near the front. Now we're starting to pull away a little bit. 12K. Conchi will get you ready. And you'll go at 95. We can push a little bit harder now, as we are already coming up on 10 kilometers. 10 kilometers left.
The finish line is getting close. The riders just passed the 10 kilometers road sign.
I'm going to let him save just a little bit. Conchi is our best chance for the
Sprinters are
overall.
positioning themselves up front. It'll probably be a mass sprint finish.
Wachtendorf going on round number 2 here. 7K, 7K.
He crashed off and he's not
6K.
getting up. Oh, I hope it isn't too serious.
Go to 97
A
now.
fall just took place in the pack. Several riders are on the ground. There
We've
are
got the
some
front
riders that just
where
can't
I
take
want
the
to be.
speed anymore.
5K,
The riders are
99.
behind. Only 5 kilometers left.
3.5K. Bax leading us out. Full speed. Full speed ahead.
It's been announced that a rider is withdrawing. The pace was certainly too high for him.
Gouillard over the top and sprint. Pulling Marini. Pulling Marini. And Marini. Go, go, go. Go, you guys. Go, you guys. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Second. I think we're second. I think we're second. Come on. Oh, third. Seriously? Oh, I thought we had second. Reguigui gets over the top. No. Nathan Haas wins? He was the one who was in third. Nathan Haas is celebrating. He must have lunched on the line. He was clearly third in the run-up, but Nathan Haas gets the win. Reguigui was the one who was slightly ahead. Matter of millimeters. Nathan Haas was quarter of a wheel behind, so he must have gotten a lunge on the line, I guess. Third place, though, not bad. Not a bad start. We're going to have to be consistent. Marini's going to need a lot of top threes. Gouillard comes 12th, so he's already kind of out of contention on those points. Let's hope Nathan Haas and Reguigui do not repeat their performance, and they drop out of the top 3 a little bit.
And here are the race highlights that we've selected for you.
They're not even showing the 3 of us there on that sprint. Awkward. Okay, so third in the points. On to stage number 2. Got another sprint on our hands, 178 kilometers. no real access to these two sprint points, so we'll join in a bit later. Greipel's here, Colbrelli's here, Buoni is here. None of them were in sight that first stage. So hopefully, Haas, not even a top 10 favorite. Reguigui is on that edge. Marini, of course, down there a little bit. Gouillard seen as a favorite, but he's lacking. He's got that overall sprint pace, but he's lacking the acceleration. He's lacking the stamina to actually really push. Takes him too long to get up to speed. I'm hoping one more level for him will finally get him to that point where he could become our sprinter. It's just not quite there. Every time I've tried with him, it has failed pretty miserably. I think he's won one stage in his career so far. Of course, it's early in his second season with us, but it's early in Marini's second season with us, and he's won a lot of stages. So, yeah, that's kind of going against him. Of course, we haven't tried that often. Marini does not win every stage. I don't come close to winning every stage. So, maybe I haven't given him enough of a chance yet. Not sure how Nathan Haas won that thing. Really not sure. He was clearly third. But I suppose it's a good thing because I don't expect him to repeat. So you can almost rule out his points. He'll drop. We can get ahead of him. Just under 20 kilometers left to go. Pace is already picking up. Breakaway group already caught. We're out in the farmlands here, but it is time to form the train and start turning this show on, put the pressure on, try to get ourselves out front. So let's go ahead and do that now. It's already down 16.7. A little bit of fatigue in the group because of the pace, but not much. Main guys, of course, are in good shape. Unless I see a significant change in somebody's presence, like Gouillard's a -2, but it's not affecting his actual sprint, but it is lowering that resistance a bit. Gotta be careful there. Push a 94 to get out of the group and form that train.
Are entering the last 15 kilometers of the stage. The pace is really hot, so for the moment, we shouldn't see too many attacks.
Still waiting for everyone to kind of get up into position here. 14K. On Hemlin, I need you to push a little bit harder here. So we can start to escape the group. There we go. Bull finally coming up into place here.
The rider has fallen, and he's not getting back up.
Get Conchi ready. 11.5 kilometers already.
There's a faller in the pack. A rider is flat on the road.
I intentionally started a little bit later on this one so that we could attack harder. So that's why I'm already going to 97. 9.5 kilometers, and there was a crash that took out some riders. Peloton's down to 66.
A rider has just fallen. One of the back markers has given up.
I'm going to go 98 now. 7K to go. From Bowl on, we're going to go 99s.
There are just 5 kilometers left.
5K. How are we looking? We've got Reguigui right on Marini's wheel. Four and a half K to go. Got some decent speed in these guys, though, so. Back's just now taken over. 3K to go, so I've got enough energy in this group to really push it. But here comes the speed. And Gouillard's going to start his sprint. He's going to pull Marini along. Oh, Marini's cut out behind! Marini's cut out behind! Fourth place, but different group of winners here, hopefully. Greipel, Reguigui's ahead of us, so he's going to be further ahead in the points. Greipel, I think, was 8th in the first race. Marini got caught behind Reguigui, so Reguigui comes and squeezes his way in between Gouillard and Marini. So he negates Gouillard's lead out. Marini, you can see he had energy to burn still at the finish line, could have gone a bit more distance, and that's because of Yusuf Reguigui's BS move to squeeze himself in between our lead-out man. It's not something you see very often in the sport. It's the type of thing where you see, let's see, is he even in the top 20? No, but Nasser Bouani, that's the kind of person who at that point reaches over and punches someone.
We've selected the following highlights for you.
That's as he's trying to overtake, but you can see we never even have enough of a sprint to get ahead of Reguigui. But he wasn't getting anywhere on us either, meaning if we were in our position in the first place, we would have stayed ahead of him by a bike's length. And see, Gouillard is 3-4 bike lengths ahead at that point, and out of energy. So if he still had energy, maybe he could have won if the roles were reversed on that, but he's lead-out guy. He's not supposed to make it to the finish line. So how are those points looking now after a 4th place? We're clearly not going to be ahead because Reguigui was 2nd and then 3rd, while we were 3rd and 4th. Rollins and Greipel were pretty much out of it last time. Marini 5th in the overall standings, but this is what we're here for. So Reguigui leads, Rollins now is 2nd, Haas still up there, but I expect him to fall out of it. His lead over myself is down to 2 points. Greipel, though, now just 2 points behind, and he'll be tough to beat because he is the favorite. So, Rollins shouldn't be that hard to beat, but Reguigui, that's a sprinter. That's better than our sprinter. And of course Greipel, 80 plus, even at age 37 now here in game, is still an absolute threat. So, 3-man competition, 2 sprint stages to go. Consistency is going to be our key. Again, 11 teams going for 7 wildcard spots. On to the next stage. Achievement unlocked wild card. We got one of them. I don't know which one. Either Paris-Roubaix or the one below. Okay, this is the Hills one. I want to get points. I want to get points this time. So how do I manage that? I've got to try to set Marini up for the sprint at the end to survive. It's 3 climbs, unless the pace is crazy, we can survive. These final 2, that's going to be a challenge. But if we could pick up a few points here on this stage. Ooh, Haas though. Uh-oh. That's a problem. Pascalin's up there too. I've got to try to steal some points here. So Marini, we've got to try to steal points. Not sure how I'm going to do it. It's 209 kilometers. This is a long stage. So there's not much hope of trying to keep the peloton together and then sprinting for this point. I think it's more of trying to get in that top, 15 or so on the stage. We'll do what we can. We'll join up just before this sprint point. Should be pretty calm before here, but I think it's going to really ramp up on that double peak there. It's quite steep and not terribly short. Coming up on the final sprint point, but the breakaway group of 6 riders are still nearly 3 minutes ahead. This has been a very long stage. It's now down to 55 kilometers, and just even over the first climb here, there was some damage done, and you can see in comparison it's nothing compared to the 2 climbs coming up or the final climb. So I'm going to have a really hard time getting over both the next 2 climbs, and especially getting some type of points out of the final climb for Marini. So far though, he's fresh, but he is on a -2.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They
All right, here I
obviously don't have anybody
Times
in the
4
breakaway
here
group.
through this. We are now on the climb. Going up here. We'll be going through a tunnel here in a moment. Hold your breath. Oh, sorry. That's a game I'm used to playing. Actually, just did that last week on a really long tunnel where all of a sudden we hit some traffic. Just getting a little lightheaded by the end of that. It's not a safe thing to do necessarily on the road. Anybody else do that? You see up and over the second, a lot of damage done, but we've made it. Breakaway group's down to 2 riders, 48 seconds. So it definitely looks like it's going to come down to that sprint finish. We'll be able to recover here. Most of the field is still here. I mean, that's 108 riders.
Is being cut back.
Again, that final climb is the big one, but that little penultimate climb, it's going to be at a high rate of speed at that point, and that's going to do some damage here. The recovery point is coming to an end. It looks like Wachtendorf is going to be done soon, so I'll need to get Seaspole on Guyard. And wow, did you see that? A little blink of red. Riding an 88. We're going to start to see this peloton blow up, I think. I'm surprised it didn't blow up already. I think we were just a little too far out, but 27 kilometers. Do I want to try to sprint train this thing? That's a big question. Really, till the end, that's kind of what I'm at, isn't it? We're going to wait, though. If we're going to do that, we're going to wait. It's much too soon. Especially on a stage like this, where most of the guys are going to be needed for the final climb. "16 kilometers, and we're going to be going uphill now most of the rest of the way. As soon as we hit the top, I'm going to form up on the little plateau up there. Wachtendorf, where are you? You're on Guyard. Where is Seaspole? Good, he's ahead. Wachtendorf, you're done. Go to Otto. See you later, alligator. Still 109 riders, though. It's really surprising. Wachtendorf actually hasn't even been dropped yet. Okay, we're coming up on the top. We see a few guys really starting to push it. Postelberger, Edmondson, Nathan Haas. But they didn't leave us behind, so we're okay there. Alright, here we go. Split starting to take place. Right here at the top. We're going to have this little downhill, and then the climb to the finish, with the steepest part being the final. Actually, it's really only the final K or so. There's only 8 kilometers left. So, that's interesting. I thought it was going to be a 3 or 4 kilometer climb, and there's no way. That's like 1K to the finish, just uphill. So we form up. Marini, Van Hemlen. Well, actually, he's right at the front, so he can give us a little lead out. I'm going to do that right off the bat. Conchi's going to be the best laid out guy on this climb, so we're going to follow Conchi. And then we'll follow Gouillard. Gouillard will sprint kind of up till that point. Backs. Bull. Bull's a little ways back here. Where is my gel? Did I literally use everyone's gel? What the heck happened? I must have. You gotta be kidding me. That is terrible news. Okay, so Van Hemlen's done. And yes, the team is in place. Gel's already wasted though. 3K. With as many team members as I have, and as short as the distance is, we are just going to attack here. One after another, and try our best to see if we can get some points here for Marini. Much to lose. I mean, here comes the climb. Oh, Gouillard's got no pace. Come on, Conchi. You got to come over the top here. Oh, Marini! Marini's got nothing. Cut to the inside here. Hit the apex. Nathan Haas with another win. Conchi does claim 6th. That's good, but Marini's not getting any points today. That's bad. Pascalon and Haas both picked up some valuable points. Rolance is in 8th, so he'll have a few points. Marini just exploded on the hill. He's a 56 on mountains, a 59 on hills. He blew up. So, 2 stages to go, and things are not looking too good on really anything for this tour. We're well out of contention here. In fact, there's even time gaps. So Marini's 5th place is long gone. Finished in 68th. That would be 0 points. Nathan Haas now leading the overall. Rolance is 2nd. Pascalon is now 3rd. Conchi is still up there in 11th, but that's not going to do me much good other than trying to get him into the top 10. I might put him on the back of Marini now in the last couple sprints and see if we can't move him up the standings a little bit on countback. Yeah, that's a big gap. So Nathan Haas now leading the sprint competition again with his 2nd win. He's got 57 points. He's gotten 7 in the other stage. So if he gets, say, 7 in each of the last 2 stages, that's 14. So 71 is the mark we're going to have to hit. We're 41 away from that, and there's 2 stages to go. Meaning we're going to have to pretty much win both stages. And then Rolance and Pascalon are still there. Not looking too good. Not looking too good at all. So we might be dropping back down into neutral territory after this one. Now, there was that little achievement that popped up right before we started the stage, so we'll wrap this episode up by finding out whether we're going to Catalunya or Paris-Roubaix. Let's look at this one first. Yes, we're in it. There are 12 teams going for 7 spots on that one. And Catalunya. We're not going to we're going to Paris-Roubaix. Alright, so we got into the arguably the most prestigious classic of them all. Dang. Final Concept, Direct Energy, Cofidis, Fortuneo Samsic, Delco Marseille, ourselves, and Androni Giocattoli, along with the World Tour teams. Don't expect any fireworks from Paris-Roubaix, but hey, we'll get some experience. We'll have fun watching everybody ride away from us. I don't have much of classics, or of cobble riders. I've got a couple that are okay on the cobbles, but yeah. Alright, here's what the last two stages look like. Let's at least get the profile. Perfectly flat and short on stage 4. Stage 5, pretty much the same, but a bit longer, 178k. We could do something on those stages, but it's really hard to win against these guys. We are overmatched by these World Tour teams, and they are definitely taking it to us. We've had one podium. We're in 5th in the points. I think we could get 4th. Maybe we can get 3rd in the points. I think, and surprisingly, Nathan Haas, what the heck? How did he win that first stage? How was he not 3rd on that first stage? How was he even on the podium in that first stage? He's okay on that sprint, but I don't see how his team just let him out for that. So surprised. So surprised by that. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. And remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe and tune in next time on my road to the record. Still on top for Marini. Still on top as a team by a good margin. 14th. Nice. Bye for now.